Good morning. Welcome to Amore, Bello. My name is Spiritual Mary Rebecca. This is going to be a twin flame energy reading today, the mirroring energy between the divine collective, and how each of the collective is going to be dealing with that energy here in the 3D and maybe even in the 5D. I'll be using the chakra reading cards, the crystal angel, the angel therapy. This is a twin flame deck for anyone that's new that's following. And this is the Indigo Angel Oracle cards. I will also be using a little bonus deck at the end. Confessions from your divine counterpart. So I've already shuffled the cards. I'm just going to ask Archangel Gabriel, Haniel, Metatron to give me clear and concise messages for the divine collective's greater good. And what are the messages that you have for the divine feminine and the divine masculine today as they're managing through the energy? First card out, self-mastery. Second card out, psychic development. If you watched yesterday, this is a repeating card, also in the same position. And universal light. So the universal light is actually the soul star chakra, where this self-mastery is actually the solar plexus. Heart chakra for the divine feminine. Emotional sensitivity. Ooh, there it is, the twin flame. Mediumship. Oh, some of the divine masculines pulling up that divine feminine energy. All right. Self-reflection for the divine feminine. Health. Shielding for the divine masculine. Release and relax. This also came up yesterday as well. Reveal your true self. Increase support. Make time for self-care. And divine life purpose for the divine masculine. Ooh. Sorry. Okay, so the divine, I'm going to, woo! 5 cards are going to come out. Those just flew. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay. All right, here we go. So the first card that came out for the chakra cards was self-mastery. As we begin to awaken to not only the twin flame journey, but our own spiritual truth, our own inner knowing of who we are, okay? As we begin to do that, we're realizing that if we can align all of our chakras, we have self-mastery. We have that state of grace, that state of I don't want to say perfection because I don't really like that word. But you have that joy. you wake up and you feel, it's kind of like that morning when you wake up and you're like, oh, I feel great. I feel this. I feel that. I look fabulous today. That's when you have that self-mastery. Your chakras are aligned. You're balanced. You're not too much one way or the other. You're right in the middle. Okay. That is what self-mastery is. And we all have, every single one of us has a chakra. Every single one of us has a third eye, has a crown chakra. So as you begin to awaken to this journey, as you begin to accept what your life purpose is, your chakras are going to expand. And you're going to have a nice energy flow that's going through your system. Okay. And everything in your life is going to be affected by it. Okay. Not just your relationships, but the abundance, your health, wellness. It's all, you'll be like in a state of peace, a state of grace, heaven on earth. Okay. So ultimately, on this journey, this is what we're looking for. That's self-mastery, looking within. How can we aid humanity through the ascension? Psychic development. For those those of you that are still kind of working on that same old paradigm. Okay. What are those old beliefs that you need to move away from? This life is about love. This world, it really was about love. We incarnate here to learn love. First, learn unconditional love through our families, learn to love ourselves so that we can love each other. Okay. So what do you need to do to open your third eye, to expand your consciousness, to open that crown chakra, to expand the solar plexus so that you know what your I am presence is, who you are, what you need to do? Okay. So your psychic development for some people, and I see in some of the groups on Facebook, and other parts of social media that, are still kind of in that old paradigm. Oh, tarot cards are bad. Really? Why? It gives you a new perspective. It allows you to expand the way you're thinking. Okay. So take a ride to Barnes and Nobles. Go to your local library. Google some stuff. Google information on what you need to know. Okay. There are books out there. Okay. Remember, we are spiritual beings in a human shell. Okay. Universal light. The God consciousness. Christ consciousness. Source. Where we came from. Where we're going back to. What each one of us has within each of us. We all have that part of universal light. That life force energy. Okay. That life force energy allows us to move, our hearts to pump and our lungs to go and our brains. That's part of it. We are part of that universal light. So shine your light. And how do you shine your light? How are you connected? Okay. How are you connected to the soul star? To your ascended masters and guides? To your ascended masters, teachers? Okay. Maybe some of you need to take a Reiki class to expand your consciousness, to help reinforce that life force energy. to help others reinforce their life force energy. Okay. So that's the energy right now between the collective. Okay. They're both of the divine masculine and the divine feminine are realizing that, this journey really is about evolving their self-mastery. How are you evolving as a person? Not only are we evolving as species, but how are you evolving as a person? Okay. And how that's going to be supported, with the psychic development and connecting to universal light. Okay. Divine feminine. First card out for you is heart chakra. The answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. Where is it that you need to go on this journey next? How are you going to get to self-mastery? Okay. How are you going to get there? How are you going to love yourself to get to self-mastery? You know what you need to do. And there's some of you that need to get out of karmic situations. Some of you need to some of you need to allow yourself to receive the love that you're giving out. Okay. Emotional sensitivity. Honor and respect your deep sensitivity, as it is a gift to us all. There are people in your life that come to you all the time because you have that caringness. You can care for people. You have the empathy. You have sympathy. You always want to try to help people be the best that they can be, or have the best situation possible for them, for their higher good. Okay. Do that for yourself with your heart chakra, for your emotional sensitivity, your self-mastery. Okay. You know where you need to go. You know exactly what you need to do. And some of these karmic situations might be a job, might be, not just relationships, not just, okay. So, with that being said, as you're going towards self-mastery, look within your heart. What is it that you need? Maybe some of you need to take time off from your full-time job right now and say, you know what? I need time to regroup, to look within, to see where I'm going next. Okay. Divine masculine. Self-mastery. How are you getting there? Okay. Mediumship. You have natural abilities to connect with the departed loved ones. There are some people that have departed that are giving you messages, dreams, signs that you are a twin flame. Some of the divine masculines are still kind of like on the fence. They're like, I'm a little bit in denial. I don't know. This isn't me. I'm not that special kid. What are you talking about? This is a little too much for me. Okay. Some of them are like, why am I going to rearrange my whole what? Wait, yeah. Because you're a twin flame. Because your self-mastery is part of being a twin flame. And you're never going to stop living the same lessons, repeating the same lessons in your life, repeating the same scenarios until you, yeah. So for those of you that are in the denial stage of it, yep, this is where it is. Okay. Your self-mastery, you are a twin flame, divine masculine. No matter what your ego is telling you, the answer to your question involves spiritually based romantic relationship. And that is her. That is your divine feminine. So for those of you that are still kind of in the denial, on the fence, all these things are happening, the shifts are happening, you're getting all kinds of downloads, and you're still kind of like, what? Huh? No, that's not me. Yeah, it is. And there's going to be triggers and towers everywhere until you have aligned yourself with the journey. Okay. You're not going to have union with your divine feminine until you've aligned yourself with the journey. Right? You have to remember, this isn't a matter of if it's going to happen. It's a matter of when it is going to happen. Okay. Psychic development. Self-reflection. Okay. As you're beginning to awaken, as you're beginning to expand your consciousness, you know, some of the divine feminines, because you have that emotional sensitivity, some of you may be going through some a little bit harder of a time dealing with some of the energy. That is also part of your health. It's not only your physical part of your health, but it's also your mental health as well. Okay. So for those of you that need to maybe you're a little overwhelmed, or maybe you have a full-time job and maybe that's causing some triggers in your life, and maybe you need to take a time out, take a little leave of absence. Your mental health is just as important as your physical health. Okay. Especially when it comes to psychic development. Okay. Because you need to be able to make sure that what's actually happening to you, what you're going through, is you're processing it. Okay. Divine masculine, psychic development. Release and relax. It's going to be helpful if the divine masculine can learn to calm the ego. You need to calm the ego to be able to allow the energy to flow. Okay. When you release any control issues that you have for outcomes, you relax, you're allowing the energy to flow. The ego gets calmed. You're not in that, the fear factor zone. You're not in the fight or flight. You're not, trying to navigate who's trying, who's out to get you and who isn't. Okay. You allow the energy to flow. Okay. It is important to protect yourself as you begin to awaken. Protect yourself. Ask Archangel Michael to protect you on this journey, to shield you from any negative attachments, to shield you from any negative attachments coming back to you from past or present, past lives, so that you can feel that energy flow. Okay. Release those old paradigms about, ESP and mediums and all that. Release that. Because honestly, that's what we're evolving to. As a species, we're all evolving to this form of communication, this form of self-mastery, so that we can put out love and light as collectively, as a humanity, for world peace. Okay. So yes, this is a relationship that is like, no other, but it has a greater good. Okay. revealing your true self. As you allow others to know the real you, you feel loved for who you truly are. That emotional sensitivity. Okay? It's part of that universal light. And it feels good. Increased support. Your positive focus and willingness to receive have opened the doorway to abundance of help and opportunities. Okay? You're going to feel supported by the universal light that is all encompassing. Okay? And what happens is that the things that you need along your journey are given to you, are put in your path, put on your path. Okay? Divine Masculine, make time for self-care. Taking care of yourself is essential right now. Okay? If you're having a hard time with the energy, have a Reiki session. Have a massage. Okay? It allows you to reconnect with that universal light. Go to a guided meditation. Have a past life regression. Okay? Divine life purpose. Trust the signs in your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. Okay? That universal light that self-mastery, okay, it's all leading you right back to where Source, God, Divine, your ascended master has guided you already. You're already halfway there. Calm your ego. Okay, and for some of you, that ego is very, very, very strong, but this is your life purpose. You are divine. You are divine masculine. Live in that truth. This is who you are. And there are people that in your life that need you to awaken so that they can awaken. Okay, collectively, this is, we're here to aid humanity through the ascension. Vibrating higher. Okay. Okay. All right. So these here are messages to the divine feminine from her divine masculine. This connection is so intense. Yep. Like no other. I need your help right now. I'm figuring it out. But I just can't right now. I feel you all the time. Okay. So your divine masculine is slowly going through this, realization that this connection is like no other. And he's trying to figure out how he's going to proceed and where it's going to go. Okay. And messages to the divine masculine from his divine feminine. I didn't mean to. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. Okay. I'm not happy. My heart is yours and always will be. I miss you. Okay. So, as you as you awaken, as you begin to awaken to the journey, to this, to your twin flame, you keep in mind that everything that happened was out of fear. Anything negative that happened was out of fear. So, love each other, heal each other, send love to each other and support to each other. Okay. I wish you all love and light today. If this reading resonates with you, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Also, select the little bell notification. Sometimes I do readings at night. I'll just pop on and do one real quick. So that way you'll be able to pick up those as well. If you would like a personal reading, it's in the description below. If you're on Facebook, feel free to follow me at 11 Amore Bello 11. Instagram and Twitter at Amore Bello 1111. I wish you all love and light on your journey today. Until tomorrow, namaste.